I'm an Apple guy.
And I'm an Apple guy too.
And I'm a runner.
I'm also a runner.
So maybe we're the perfect people to test Apple Watch Ultra 2. We've put in a whole lot of miles in it, and we're gonna share 5 things that we like about the watch, and 1 thing we don't really like about the watch. So today I'm actually joined by Michael Doyle. Who's this guy? He's a fellow runner. He's my colleague at the Marathon Handbook and might be the best editor I've ever had. I'm standing right here. Did you hear something?
Nope.
Okay, so we've both had this watch for many months now.
Yeah, I've done everything from a 5K to a 20-mile long run to an 80K ultra adventure, which we'll talk about later. So yeah, I've run, I don't know, over 1,000 miles with the Apple Watch Ultra 2.
I've done 1,000 miles this year as well, since January. I just checked my Strava.
Look at you.
All with this
Big
guy,
flex.
So. All right, so we go into number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's do it.
I'm an Apple person. So if you're an Apple person, you'll resonate with this. If not, you might not get this benefit. It syncs with everything I have very easily. Minutes after I had the watch, I could go on a nice integrated run with it. So I put it on my wrist. I took all the music, podcasts that I had on my phone, put it on my watch, took the Bluetooth, put it in my pods, and then went off for my run, podcast on, Siri reading every single kilometer split. So super seamless. And I mean, okay, this watch is not the first watch to play music on a run. We've been doing this for many, many years. But you'd be surprised with how finicky some of these other technologies are when you go from brand to brand. So as an Apple person, it's been pretty easy to integrate with it. That part I do really like.
My turn. Number 4, the rings. I could write a rings sonnet. That's how much I love the rings.
You're the Lord of the Rings?
I love my rings. Closing those rings. Since the very beginning of the Apple Watch journey, the very Series 0, they had baked in to the software and the Watch OS app, the rings, which is a move goal in red, which is basically tracks your active calories, an exercise goal in green, which measures every form of exercise, including walking around the house, and a standing goal in blue.
It's the ultimate slap in the face when you get the please stand up from your watch.
At 10 minutes before the hour, it reminds you you've been sitting for the last 50 minutes, which is actually great. What I find incredible about the rings is that it's this fully formed idea right from the very beginning. It really kind of nails the gamification of health and fitness. And there's a slew of studies that indicate that gamifying health and fitness really works for improving your health and fitness. So if you own an Apple Watch, you'll have definitely done some crazy things to close your rings at, say, 11 o'clock at night when you realize that you've got like 50 calories left before you close your move ring. Yeah, maybe that's like being a bit A-type and a bit weird, but ultimately, I think it's a good thing. And the gamification definitely works.
Okay, number 3 is a bit of a weird one to talk about because you hope that you don't have to use it very much. And full disclosure, I haven't had to use it very much. Most people probably don't, but it's a good feature to have. It's the safety feature on the watch. So this actually comes equipped with a lot of things that can help you find help if you are in a really tough position when you're out for a run. So for example, it has this siren that can be heard 600 feet away.
I've set it off by mistake in the past.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Could it be heard 600 meters away?
Yes, it could.
Who heard it?
I was in the woods, so nobody heard it. Some woodland creatures heard it. I frightened some animals.
It can also detect a fall. So for example, like unnatural or quick oscillation, like if you fell to the ground, it can actually make an emergency call for you. And same thing if you're out of service and you're in need of help, you can make that emergency call.
I think a feature like this is something that we will overlook as healthy, fit runners. But if you were to be hit by a car while running, that feature obviously could play a crucial role in potentially saving your life. All right, number 2, and this may surprise some, but it's battery life. The Apple Watch has always been criticized for having issues with battery life, having to be tethered to the charger every single day, and that the watch can't get you through a day and a night. With the Ultra 2, Apple has been marketing it as having 36 hours of normal use, 72 hours on low battery mode, 17 hours in the workout app if you're running it in low power mode. When I acquired the Apple Watch Ultra 2, I had serious battery anxiety. I was very worried that it would be this thing where I would be all hung up on having to charge it before going to bed at night, particularly because I really wanted to explore its ability to monitor my sleep. What I realized is you just need to have a charging strategy that kind of rolls into your daily life in a unobtrusive way. So what I do is I charge the watch after I get up in the morning, close one of those, or get closer to closing the stand ring, get 1 hour of standing when you get up, and then I charge it for like a half an hour or something like that. Or mid-morning while I'm doing some work on the laptop and I'm sitting down anyway, and I've got a plug nearby, I just charge it for an hour, and then I'm good for the day. About that 17 hours in the workout app on low power mode, I am here to report that it does not get 17 hours, it gets more. Damn! I went and did a sort of ultra run, walk, hike during the summer solstice this year, and we were out in the woods for almost 19 hours. It's 18 hours and 50 minutes, and I ran the run feature, the workout app, for the entire time. I got back to camp after that 19-ish hour experience, and there was about, I think it was like 12% battery power still left. So I got back with all kinds to spare and was able to charge it and then go to sleep for a very long time. So I'm impressed by that. And you know, it's rare that a advertised big number actually delivers, but it actually, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 can over-deliver.
I don't know if this is the coolest one, but it's the one that comes in handy the most often for me. I do some cross training. I've just started, and I realized 5 minutes in that I didn't start my watch. But I want to record it on my weekly activity log, and the watch detects it for me. It sends me a little message. It says, hey, we noticed that you're not only exercising, but it will tell me the exact exercise I'm doing. Mm-hmm. You're swimming, you're on the elliptical, you're cycling, you're indoor cycling, you're outdoor cycling.
You're walking.
You're walking. I don't like that one.
There's nothing worse than looking down at your watch 5 or 6K into your run and realizing you didn't start the run. Mm-hmm. It's not on Strava.
Not on Strava. I'll never win this one. This will bring us perfectly to the things that we don't like that much about this watch. So there's probably going to be an Apple Watch Ultra 3, right? So if there's a 3, it means that the 2, the Ultra 2, as awesome as it is, isn't perfect. I enjoy Strava, the app. I think a lot of runners, bikers, swimmers do. A lot of people who have a GPS watch or a smartwatch also use the app Strava. I've noticed a glitch with this Apple Watch. I've talked to Apple about it, tried to figure it out. It's still there. So the issue is when I start my run, the first kilometer always registers as way faster than it actually is. And then anytime I stop my watch during the run, when I start it up again, the same thing happens. Again, small thing, but the discrepancy is so large that it'll change the entire pace of my workout. So instead of a 4-minute kilometer, it's like a 1 minute 30 kilometer. And so
it's better than Kipchoge.
It is better than Kipchoge. As much as I want to believe this is my doing, I know that it's not. So that's one thing I want to see change, is better integration with Strava. And I mean, I get it, it's probably not Apple's main priority. They have their own fitness apps and platform, and I think they probably encourage people to use that. But like, Strava is just better in my opinion. That's what I want to use to do my logs and track my mileage. So I want to see better integration the next time around.
So I have to say, I don't actually have that many complaints about the Ultra 2. Pretty impressed by it. But in order to make this video interesting, we gotta each have a criticism. And my one minor criticism would be that the sleep app that Apple has come up with for watchOS does not have a sleep score. It provides this kind of ambiguous data set comparing your sleep from this week to last week. It gives you a nice little visual of what kind of sleep you're getting every single night, how much REM sleep, how much deep sleep, how many times you were awake during the night, that sort of thing. That's all very interesting data, but I think in this era of data overload that we're now faced with, we just want a simple answer. I think the best idea would be to do like many other sleep apps now do and just provide us with the sleep score out of 100 or out of 10. I've actually got a little suggestion for you, Apple. A fourth ring.
Oh, come on.
A sleep ring. Make it purple. Gamify my sleep.
Okay, so also I'm curious, have any of you tried the Apple Watch Ultra 2? And if so, do you like it? Let us know in the comments what you think. And tell us how you think it can be improved and what you might want to see in the 3. All right. Till next time.
Well, that was fun.